Now that's some nostalgia right there. Have I ever told you what my favourite game of all time is? Well, let me bore you with a tale of how it came about. It was Christmas of 1996, or 1995, I can't quite recall. Anyway, this was when I got my first PlayStation. Included was a demo disc with several playable demos, tech demos, and some video advertisements. Not only was the fact that real music and voices were coming out of a console just blew my mind, but one ad really caught my attention. Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars. I watched this many times and was immediately smitten. I finally managed to track down a second-hand copy from a market stall, new copies didn't exist for some reason, took it home and fell in love. But since this is a pretty well-known series, especially in adventure game circles, we won't be looking at that. But without the knowledge of Revolution Software, I may never have heard of their 2000 release espionage thriller, In Cold Blood. After the success of Broken Swords 1 and 2, Revolution wanted to try something different. Something more action-orientated, grittier, but still keeping with their quality writing, music and whimsical sense of humour. But this time in the classic PS1 style of 3D characters on 2D pre-rendered backgrounds. Does what is basically still a point-and-click adventure work in 3 dimensions? No, I'll get onto that. It's after the collapse of the Soviet Union, and the fictional Russian state of Volgian has achieved independence because of its new leader, the self-appointed premier Dmitry Nagorov. Resulting from communications with the United States, MI6 learned that Nagorov has discovered a new element, and we wouldn't be our intrusive imperialistic British selves if we didn't poke our noses in. After the disappearance of the first investigator, Agent Kiefer, our protagonist, Agent John Cord, is sent in.
Now, John Cord, you are going to tell me everything about your mission.
And Cord has already been captured. Game over. Okay, not really.
Why? Where did it begin?
The majority of In Cold Blood is told in flashback, from what Cord can remember whilst being interrogated. Agent Cord is accompanied by Gregor Kostov, the leader of the VFF, the Volgian Freedom Fighters. Their first mission is to infiltrate the uranium mine where this mysterious new substance originates. Oh, would you look at that, seamlessly blending FMV into gameplay. It's getting all Final Fantasy VII up in here.
Alpha's intelligence on Kostov was spot on.
This is the place.
Thanks, Kostov.
If you need help English, you ask me.
Just like the Resident Evil style of old, you have the option to control Cord with a D-pad. Bit of a chore, but it has its uses. Fortunately, since this was released towards the end of the PS1's life cycle, analog control was added. So Cord will move in relation to the direction you're actually pointing, instead of up being forward no matter what direction he's facing. As this is a spy thriller, there's no surprise there's quite a bit of stealth involved. Gregor would distract the guy at the front gate by offering him cigarettes.
You want cigarettes?
Lovely carpet!
Go away. Take your lousy cigarettes with you.
So just hold L2 to crouch and sneak your way in. I think the guards in this may be leftover genome soldiers from Metal Gear Solid. They have a visual distance of about 3 feet. Once in, remaining stealthy is a good option, but Cord does have a gun. Due to the PS1's low resolution and fixed camera angles, there is an auto-aim. Running out of ammo is never an issue, as Cord can loot the guards' bodies for ammo, medikits and other items. Technicians, however, give no fucks. Cord shows up with no uniform, no ID, and they just ask him, "Who are you?" "I'm the new guy." "Oh, okay." Even when they find out Cord is a spy, they won't alert anyone, and persuading them to spill useful information requires no effort. Like I said, no fucks given. Nagorov naturally wants to weaponize this new element. This development is being spearheaded by Dr. Tolstov, who is not working for Nagorov voluntarily. For him to cooperate, Nagorov has imprisoned his daughter, Alexandra.
Nobody calls me Alexandra. Nobody. I'm Alex. Alex.
Sorry, Alex. So that's another task to add to the list. Save Alex. Child incarceration isn't the lowest thing Nagorov will sink to. When Cord infiltrates Nagorov's main facility, delving into the several sub-levels, this game gets pretty dark. One level has been closed off due to a horrific accident. What happened here? So many dead bodies. I won't spoil this part, but your motivation to take down Nagorov suddenly goes up to 11. There are 9 missions in all of varying locations, and there wouldn't be an insane megalomaniac on this show without a megatrain. This monstrous Trevor Gustav-esque land train puts Udenberg to shame. The main objective here is to rescue Chi. Wait, who's Chi?
Drop the gun and let her go.
I'll kill her.
Chi Ling-chung is a Chinese secret agent sent in to disrupt certain developments, as things are hotting up between China and the United States. The actual game portion of In Cold Blood is just a slice of what's really going on. The manual outlines the backstory of a brewing global conflict, so Nagorov uses this opportunity to basically spark World War III. The fuck, Nagorov? Child napping, creepy basement, torture, annoying robot twats, nuclear war? Then it's a good thing MI6 have sent in their best agent. Stealthy, shoot to kill, persuasive, tech savvy, ladder negotiation. Ladder negotiation. And here we come to the game's biggest problem. Controlling Cord. It's not as frustrating as Red Ninja, as a little mistake will not end in death, but pointing him in the right direction and detecting nearby objects is a bit vague. Simply trying to get him to recognise a ladder or just walking through / activating a door is like trying to fit the square peg through the round hole. This may actually get you stuck. In one scene, 2 technicians, giving no fucks, have a malfunctioning console. After exhausting all possibilities, I tried punching the console. That didn't work, so I had no choice but to consult a walkthrough. It said, punch the console. Damn it, I tried that! Chi's partner AI is not exactly top notch. She will assist in shooting, but only after you've pretty much taken out all the enemies yourself. Yay, I'm helping! But she is a sassy sort. The banter between her and Cord is definitely the best character interaction.
Nice work.
Yeah, lucky for you. You'd have been dead meat without me there.
Why, thank you.
Well, Cord, enjoy it while it lasts because she also gets herself kidnapped. Because females in video games, am I right? This does conveniently add endgame tension as you have to rescue Chi and get the hell out of there before the cliched countdown timer ends. But without Chi, they wouldn't be able to tack on the possible love interest. It's not fully implied, but since this is basically a James Bond game, what do you think? Since this was Revolution's first foray into 3D, the control problem can be forgiven. It doesn't make it hard or unplayable, just a bit fiddly at times. But as a whole, does what is essentially still a point-and-click adventure underneath work in 3D? For the most part, yes. But I personally think this still would work better in classic 2D. Not only would mouse control make it less frustrating, but I love Revolution's beautiful 2D art style. 3D character models in PS1 games have never been masterpieces, which is a detriment to their original character design. On the main menu there is an artwork option. These designs are really well done and detailed, but ultimately they are reduced to this. Like Broken Swords 3 and 4 after it, just because you can go 3D doesn't mean you should. 3 and 4 are good games, but they are definitely the weakest of the series. Not that going 3D is always a bad thing. Games such as Metal Gear Solid, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII are their series' first 3D titles, and are widely considered the best of their respective franchises. 3D aside, In Cold Blood still feels like a Revolution game. Likeable characters, great backgrounds, a well thought out story and that distinct music. If you fancy having a stab at this, the PC version is available on Good Old Games, which I haven't played myself but may control better. This is definitely Revolution's least known game. It's no Broken Sword 1, but give it the love it deserves.
I believed in you right from wrong. I trusted you for far too long.